Welcome back to SortitoutSI FC, and it's episode 25, which is quite a few. It's January of 2028, season number 5. We're in the Championship, and since the last episode, we've done quite well. Today, however, before we get into that, we're off to Birmingham to face Aston Villa in the FA Cup, and then in the next game, 3 days later, we're hosting their rivals Birmingham City in the Championship. Now, looking at the league table, we're sitting 5th, which is ungodly. I'm not quite sure how that's happened. What I will do is go through what has actually happened since the last episode, which was here, in the middle of this 3-game blip. Now, that was November. December, on the other hand, was absolutely incredible. We beat Cardiff, Bristol City, Derby, Barnsley, Cardiff again, and Burnley, all in the league. Conceded 2 goals and went from, ooh, this is looking a bit dicey, to playoffs? Playoffs? What are these? We then have lost to Sheffield United on New Year's Day 2-0, but they're 3rd. We're 5th. I'll repeat, we are 5th somehow in the Championship. Words are failing me. I don't understand them. I mean, if we just go back to this home screen, look at this here. This financial situation. We are nearly 4 million in the red. It's tough, I'll be honest. In fact, the only way I think we're going to survive financially is if we do get promoted, and then we can get relegated from the Premier League and get loads of money. But the only way we're going to make it out of this next couple of seasons is if we go up. Because if we stay in the Championship, there is not a chance we are going to be able to compete on wages for a start or anything like that. We've got no money coming in because we're in a 9,000-seater stadium, Brisbane Road, Leyton Orient, who we ground share with, are in League 2, I think. And that's the size of the ground. In fact, no, they're in League 1, but they're at the bottom end of League 1. That's the kind of situation we're in from a stadium standpoint, from a sponsorship standpoint. We covered this in the last episode. We get 140k a year. Sides like Leicester are in the 20+ million range. So that's how we go on. Since we have started January, in fact, I think we mentioned him at the end of last episode, but Henrik Koch has come in on loan from Torino to go on the left-hand side of midfield, sort of challenge Phoenix for his place over there, and maybe put Phoenix over on the right flank as well to challenge Rashawn Scott, and basically just add a bit more depth to our wings, because they're areas we've always struggled with. But today we're in the FA Cup. We're going to put out a pretty much full-strength side to try and take on Aston Villa, because it's going to be a tough game. They are in the Premiership, Premier League, whatever it's called these days, and they're mid-table to doing quite poorly, actually. They're 15th at the moment, so maybe we stand a chance. We shall see. If we look at the side, there we are, we're back at the side. We've got Pears in goal, Dyer, Brunt, Kilgore in defence. I'm not sure what this is, but Koch, Booty, Smith and Scott, Osorio, Thorndyke and Archer up top as our goal-scoring striker, because we could do with some goals. We've had plenty of goals so far this season. I just want them to go out there and show the world what we have got. It's the FA Cup. Anything can happen in the FA Cup. It's magical, some say. We shall see. We'll see how magical it is. Last couple of seasons, we've been battered by Premier League sides. I mean, I think it was it last year we lost 6-3 to Arsenal in an absolute crazy game where we were 6-0 down? Yes, I think that was last year, because then we faced their under-21s in the slightly smaller EFL Trophy Cup. But anyway, we're a first highlight of the day. 20 minutes nearly on the clock, and we are passing it down this left-hand side. There's new signing Koch, who's in his 2nd appearance for the club. Thorndyke feeds a lovely ball through to Scott, who has to take a touch, though, but cuts inside. Archer's shot is blocked, and it's out for a throw-in. But pressure is on the Premier League side nice and early. We've had 5 shots so far, 2 of which now on target, obviously leading to that highlight. So what's going to happen here is an Aston Villa goal. Now, it's cleared by Booty, but only as far as Basol, and there Douglas Luiz ball to the back post, and it's just about brought down, shot deflected, cleared by Koch. Scott heads it on, but only as far as the defence. He can't quite win it back, and the danger is not gone. They're going to pump the ball back into the box, though. There it goes, back post. Header hits the bar from Juan Larios, and it is still 0-0, which is good. I was expecting, honestly, first highlight, first goal to be the situation with Aston Villa. We are unbalanced for those interested, and I've just done a shout of encourage with 5 minutes left of the first half. We've done so far so pretty decent, actually. We're actually looking like a sensibly good side who are possibly worth the money of being near the top end of the Championship against a lower half of the Premier League side. Anyway, second half underway. Dyer with a free kick. Headed on by Booty. Cock brings it down. I thought that was going to be interception, counter, goal, but never mind. Thorndike. There's an overlap potential there with Scott, but he cuts it back inside to Thorndike. Inside again to Cock, who takes it round his man somehow. Shoots, and he's cracked it off the underside of the bar. And Henrik Cock, the loan signing, hits the crossbar, and Yeboah's our way into the lead. If you don't understand Yeboahing, you've not been around on the channel long enough, because I often bring it up whenever the ball hits the crossbar. Tony Yeboah, good goal. Google it, well, YouTube it, whatever. Don't do it yet, though. We're watching a video here. And it's an hour gone, and we're going to have to stop fiddling with our watch strap as we talk and get into making some substitutions after this highlight. We need to hold on to the lead. Cleared. That's good. We've cleared it. Thorndike has picked it up, though, and Douglas Luiz has had a booking, and he was... I thought he was going to scythe him down and get himself sent off, but he didn't. So never mind. Sorry, just wishing for oppositions to get red cards. Pretty standard fare, to be honest, as they've gone across the other side of the pitch now. Villa, always going to be dangerous. They are a good side, despite being mid-table and lower, 15th in the Premier League. They will obviously be a better side than us. That is much for a bit of a given, to be honest. But ball inside Thorndike with a lovely interception. Smith finds Archer, who holds it up well. Men are coming with him. He's brought it out wide. He's going to be turn provider. Thorndike inside. Kilgore. Smith. Ball into the area. In fact, Booty has it. Osorio from range, and that was a good effort, but perhaps a little bit wasteful. 65 minutes on the clock. We're going to make some substitutions. Rashawn Scott can come off for Crankshaw. Osorio is getting tired as well. Maybe, in fact, do we want to bring... We'll try Phoenix as a shadow striker and then bring Biereth on in place of Archer up front. And then one final change for Booty coming off for Hayden. We'll make 4 changes now. Do the last change in a little bit of time, because I think it's probably going to have to be a defender looking at our bench, but we shall see. Fresh legs now in the midfield and the attack. Hopefully we can not concede and some build on those fresh legs, and that's a terrible open space, and it's a good save though from Ainsley Pears, who's brilliantly to turn it round the post, push it out wide for a corner. Aston Villa now on a bit of an offensive, and they're putting lots of pressure on. Phillips from range, and it's blazed wide. And it's good that the highlight has gone. I'm potentially going to drop down to cautious now as we get to 70 minutes. Phoenix with the ball in. Dyer can't head the ball anywhere, but Thorndike does. And Cock's in loads of space, and he scored again. He's 2-0. Absolutely brilliant from Cock. He just popped up on the edge of the area in loads of space and smashed it home. And that's probably bordering on in a... Oh, no! Pears is injured. I mean, we've got a goalie on the bench, but... I didn't mention, actually, that Vigoro has gone back to Chile. So, we're down to Harvey Davies as our goalkeeper. Ah, this is not good for the rest of the season. 15 minutes to go, and Pears is out injured. How long is he going to be out for? That's what I want to know. And what is his injury? It just says injured on this screen. I maybe should have checked the screen before. But Davies is okay. He's not as good, obviously, but he's decent. So, hopefully he can hang on for 10 minutes. And we can't just put him in absolute hospital passes like that. But we'll keep going forward. Phoenix has brought it nicely backwards. Dyer finds goal scorer Cock on the outside of the left flank. Oh, he's gone round his man, lovely, but put the ball in a bit too much of a cutback. But it's found Smith in loads of space, who winds up for the shot and sends it over the bar. And we're going to hold on to a victory here, I think. I mean, we're disappointed. 8 minutes of added time. That's dangerous. Davies finds Brunt inside. We are early on in added time as well. Hayden to Phoenix. There's Beirith. If we get a third goal now, this could put the game to bed. I'm still... That's bad. But fine. Dyer's collected it again. Bring it nice. Keep it under control. Don't do anything silly. Inside to Smith in space. Ball over the top. Thorndike doesn't get on the end of it. And Babel brings it down. That's a header. Babel out here again. If they score here, I'm worried. I'll be honest. Dyer with a nice header, but it's only his far back post again. And it's a good save. Davies with a... Was it a save or was it a Kilgore deflection? I'm not sure, but either way, it's gone out for a corner and we're holding on. We are holding on. Corner dealt with only as so far as the edge of the area, but that's blazed over the bar. We're going to go very defensive, and we will time waste for these last 6 or 5 minutes. Hopefully it'll wind the clock down, and we'll get somehow, we'll have stolen the game here. Looking at the stats, I think Villa probably should be feeling a little bit hard done by. But speaking of hard done by, Cock got a brace and we won 2-0 in the FA Cup. I just want to know, the damage to Ainsley Pears as he is out with an injury. Archie gets one over an Aston. Well, he didn't do much. 2 months with a broken wrist. Well, 7 weeks. We've sent him to a specialist. Oh dear. That is really going to put a bit of a dampener on our season. I mean, yeah, permanent deal wanted for Cock, because I would after that as well. But Pears is out for far too long. Maybe a goalkeeper on loan could be a solution here, because if we look, which we mentioned on New Year's Day, Lawrence Vigouroux, because I thought, we don't need him anymore. His contract's coming up. He's 34. Get a bit of money for him. I mean, it was only a few thousand. It was what, £35,000? Seemed like a good deal at the time, and now he's gone and we need him. This is what is called karma, folks. I'm going to see if there's any goalkeepers available on loan to try and bring in for the next 3 months. And I'll be back with the next game against Birmingham. Hopefully we'll do a double header over Birmingham-based clubs in this episode. FA Cup victory, though. Excellent stuff. Excellent. Okay, on that goalkeeper front, I've had a look. There's loads of options, but I can't afford any of them on loan. So we might have to wait until deadline day to see if we can get another goalkeeper in. And at that point, it's only for another 4 weeks. So is there worth doing it? Who knows? Probably not. We'll keep Davies in goal for the time being and see, though. So obviously, here's the main change for the Birmingham game. We've got O'Brien in defence alongside Masterson, who have both come in. They partner Kilgore. Cock, Booty and Hayden now in the midfield with Scott on the right. Sorry, Thorndyke as expected with Biereth now up top replacing Archer. I think, in fact, where's Archer gone? Have I forgot to add him on? No, he's there. I thought I'd forgot to add him onto the bench then for a second. But we'll see. Obviously, Birmingham, we're going to have a squad player for Prince Issa, who will give number 30 because why not? He's a goalkeeper. Birmingham are hopefully beatable opposition today. We shall see. I think, is it Smith who we got off Birmingham on a free at the end of last season? So there is a bit of history there. We're going to go balanced once again, and we'll have to bring the league table back up to see. But Birmingham, in fact, no, the Birmingham are second. They're not really beatable. I forgot the Birmingham were second. I thought they were down in 10th. I got my Birmingham and my Burnleys mixed up, which is unfortunate, honestly. But we'll see how we get on. We're at home, so potentially we've got potential for an upset. It's been nice passing along the back line to begin with this highlight. Kilgore has it, captain, back to Masterson. And there's our new gen O'Brien, who is holding up the banner of the SortitoutSI Youth Academy, which we don't really have. So there we go. We've got another new gen on the bench in Prince Issa, but he's nowhere near as good. And Birmingham have ripped us open to begin with, and back to normal order, I guess, on episodes like this, because we're losing. We've gone to positive after 20 minutes, and honestly, with Davies in goal, I think our promotion, no offence to the guy, but I think our playoff hopes are basically over if we get the next 2 months where we're struggling because we haven't got our first choice goalkeeper. So hopefully he makes me regret that statement and we actually do well, but I mean, the rest of the side need to do something as well, because so far we're just messing it up and passing the ball to Birmingham. But Osario has it, there's an overlap. And we didn't get there, but it's been intercepted, and they are advancing again. Lucas Pires inside, and Traore's got a second. Literally 2 minutes later. 4 minutes later. Can't count. It was 3. It was 3 minutes. Split the difference. Oh dear. Demand more, because this isn't a good start. I'll be honest. We're out of the playoffs. We're not, because Blackburn have just conceded against Middlesbrough. But we're going to struggle. If this is the level of performance we're going to have going forward for the rest of the season, we're going to struggle. Anyway, Hayden has the ball to Thorndyke, who finds Scott, who tries to go around his man and proceeds to lose the ball. And if this ends in another Birmingham goal, then what was the point of doing well in the FA Cup and getting to the 4th round if we're just going to lose in the league? Because honestly, the Premier League money is better than the FA Cup money, so that will be my focus. Cock inside to O'Brien. Hayden has it now. Lovely passing. Thorndyke finds Scott on the overlap. Can he cut the ball into the net? He can. He gets his second of the season. I thought he was going to blow it, but he didn't. Nice move. Nice goal. Nice consolation. We're back in the game, I guess. Thorndyke back to Masterson. Can we get a second inside 4 minutes like they did? We'll see. Kilgore into Hayden. The passing football is lovely with this side, I've got to admit. Whether that's the tactic or just the players. Anyway, Scott founds Thorndyke and we are back level. All of that noise for absolutely nothing. And a superb goal. I thought it was going to get offside for a second then, but it didn't. And whoa, what was the camera looking at the goalkeeper for? Anyway, we've got another highlight here. Masterson whips it out wide to Koch, and we are now rampant as well. Koch cuts inside, speaking of rampant. Thorndyke finds Scott on the overlap. He has been involved in every chance we've had so far. Ball into the back post. Koch's there. Koch's header. Third goal in 2 games. Well, 3 games because he was in one of them before this episode. But he didn't score in that one. We have turned this game absolutely. Another highlight. Absolute chaos, this match. Birmingham on the break, straight from the kickoff. Lucas Pires involved. Ball to the back post. Headed goal, equaliser. I am not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. Alayar something has equalised. 3-3. What utter chaos. This has been madness. There's been 4 goals in 4 minutes. We got 3 of them. It's 3-3. What is going on? Honestly, that is all I can say. We get to half-time, 3 apiece. Good game. Good game. Controlling possession. Absolute dominant when we've got the ball. 70-30 possession. That's good. But they've scored 3 goals, which is not good. Or we scored 3 goals, which is good. So it's swings and roundabouts, essentially. An hour gone, and we've not had a goal in nearly half an hour since the last goal, which is just madness. Absolute madness. We're getting towards the 70-minute mark. We're going to make some changes. We are making some changes. Biereth, unimpressive once again, to be honest. Seems to have swings and misses. Koch with another goal, but he's looking tired. Phoenix can come on for him. And then Scott equally on the right flank, running himself ragged. Kilgore, the only one in the defence who's played both games so far today, so Dyer can come on for him. Again, 4 changes made with 22 minutes left. We shall see whether we can get a winner, potentially, and that will put us into 4th, I think, ahead of recent defeaters of ourselves, Sheffield United. Last change is going to have to be Booty, I think, coming off for Smith against his former club. If you get 13 minutes, sorry, I can't, to try and make a difference, prove why they should not have let you go. But I'm glad they did, because you're quite a decent player. Anyway, O'Brien doing some little tricks on the near side, inside to his defensive partner, Masterson. Ball over the top to Thorndyke and loads of space. He tries to bring it down to Archer, but can't. That ball there, however, has found its way to Crankshaw, who takes it around his man. Can he get a ball into the box? He does. Back post. It's saved by the goalkeeper, Bredlow. 10 minutes left on the clock. He kicks it long. Can we get the ball back down? No, we can't. O'Brien doesn't win the header, but he chases after it. And Lucas Pires inside to Traore, who does not get his hat-trick because he missed. 10 minutes to go on the clock. Throw in on the near side. Laird ball into dangerous territory, but Davies nice and comfortably gathers that one. And we're going to build our attack from the back. Going to roll it out. Yes, to O'Brien. Easy football. Just keep it on the ground. Don't keep it on the ground then. Dyer collects that one, and there we get to Crankshaw once again, which is where the ball was hoping to go, but he's cut it inside to Thorndyke, who's lost it to Hayden, but we've got it still. Inside, Thorndyke once again. Crankshaw on the overlap, whips it into the middle, and nobody can get a foot on the end of it. I thought that was going to be Archer tapping it in from close range, but it's been countered, and they've gone all the way down to the other touchline. Cut it back inside, Laird. Ball to the back post, and it's gone in. Alayah has got his second, and it's 4-3 with 5 minutes to go. Attack. Demand more. We've thrown this one away at the death. 5 added minutes are just gone. That was 6 in the end. Look at that. What a silly game. Possession, not 9/10 of the law, because we lost. 4-3. Not happy, I guess. I mean, it was good for the most part, but we lost. I mean, we're still 5th. Played a couple of games more than the side above us, so... But we're still 5th. We are well and truly in this promotion battle. We don't have our first choice goalkeeper, so that's not good. But, I mean, we've got Huddersfield, who are... Where are Huddersfield? They're in the Championship. Okay, we can beat them. Ipswich, they're in the Premier League, but not doing very well, so we could probably beat them as well. We could get through to the 5th round of the FA Cup. And if we do that, we'll come back for that game. If not, we'll come back for a game later on in the season that I've not quite decided on yet, because I'm going to see how the season develops, honestly. 2 league defeats in a row, not good, but we've got a tough match against Middlesbrough next. and then Preston we should be beating Preston, and we should definitely beat Peterborough. So we could end January in a good position, and in fact February until we get to Leicester could be a good run as well. I mean, I don't want to play Leicester on camera because they will absolutely smash us and I will be depressed. But when is Pears going to be back? At least for the Reading game at the end of February. So that's not too bad, I guess. And then QPR. So a couple of easy games before we get the return match against Blackburn at the beginning of March. Let's see how the running goes. Let's see how the rest of this season goes and whether we are still in a hunt for the playoffs. If we're still in the hunt for the playoffs, we'll come back more frequently than if we aren't. If mid-table is where we're ending up. I mean, looking at this budget, it's kind of disappointing. But we shall see. Right, we'll be back in the next episode in a couple of days. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Please do all of the great things like watching all the videos here on the channel. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.